Hey folks, there is something lurking in the shadows, something thirsty, something unseen to us. We thought that they were a thing of legend, never seen in Hyrule before. Just a sick tale to tell the kids and frighten them for a quick laugh before bed. But recently, there have been sightings, stories, bloodthirsty monsters roaming these lands and making easy work of their prey, the people of Hyrule. One survivor, however, has made it back and told us the tale. They were almost a goner, pushed to the ground, and the creature stood above. Before attempting to end the survivor by draining their blood, the creature said these chilling words. "Vampires will never hurt you. I promise." As this plague across Hyrule grows with every night, the people begin searching for an answer. Where did they come from? Why Hyrule? And how do they stop them? The history of Hyrule has seen and dealt with many foes. Undead mummies, skeletal warriors, ghosts of the night, beasts of all kinds, and even the terrifying Lynel. But this new threat is one like no other. They strike at night. They appear just like the everyday Hylian, but when ready to pounce, their piercing red eyes stare you down. They knock you down before you even have time to realise, and then they suck all of your blood. They're quick, agile, and silent. Don't have a scent, don't leave a trail, and most problematic of all, are building rapidly. Their true origin is a mystery to the people of Hyrule, but allow me to let you in on it. Over the high cliffs of Hyrule is a distant land, one Hylians have never seen. A cursed land. A rural town out here was one day burnt to the ground. An unknowing group torched the village, as they knew the village had a dark past. The fire was massive, disastrous. It burnt the entire village down. But little did the residents know that the town was built on an ancient burial ground of an ancient cult, known for drinking blood and being silent assassins. This is why the unknowing group burnt the village down. They didn't like that past, but those that lived here didn't know. Nor did they know that they were actually the ancestors of those buried beneath. It was almost like a lost history to them. Their ancestors didn't possess the abilities of these creatures, but wanted to. Day after day, they manifested that their someday distant relatives could, the ones who were in the village when it burned down. They sacrificed a lot, and their manifestation came true. Following the burning of the village, the manifestation within the burial ground was released via the flames, enchanted the villagers that burned harshly, fought to be dead. The burnt villagers began rising from the ground, just as the flames died out, and the culprits were already away. Cold killers were then born. Vampires. This is the origin of the vampires in this world. Over time, they went from town to town drinking the blood of the innocent, angered by the fate of their past elders, which they went on to learn after seeing the ancient markings on the now burnt ground. In anger, they hunt down village after village to try and find who burnt their home down, leading them to Hyrule, their last potential culprit. Vampires slowly began to invade Hyrule, attacking at night, interrogating terrified civilians, asking for answers. As some sick, twisted joke, they always repeat one phrase before finishing off a victim. "Vampires will never hurt you. I promise." In their eyes, this was symbolic of how they wouldn't have hurt a soul until they were brutally attacked. The attacks became more and more frequent across Hyrule. The vampires grew, but also grew tired of lack of answers. It got to the dire point that an invasion of Hyrule Castle was being planned. Planned for the eve of Princess Zelda's birthday. The vicious, ruthless vampires planned to reach Princess Zelda alone and ask her for the answer. Nobody else owned up, so in their eyes, it's only the royals left. And I mean, fair enough. The royal family do have some dark secrets. I mean, they themselves do have a dirty dark history. It's not out of the realms of possibility that the royal family sent that group that day to burn the village, knowing the past. And now the night falls. The stage is set. Princess Zelda in her private room. Guards easily taken care of. They've made it to just outside her room. They breezed through the castle. With their stealth, speed and intelligence, This was easy. Zelda opens and is instantly pushed to the ground. They come in pairs. Vampires enter the room and surround the princess. They ask her firmly if the royals are behind their murder. Zelda doesn't answer at first. They ask again, and as Zelda is about to utter a soft, yeah, Link drops down from above and swiftly spin attacks all the vampires in the room, taking them all out in one go. As they are now aware of this new threat to Hyrule, vampires. In fact, aware that the outside of the room and castle is surrounded by vampires, Link says to Princess Zelda in these dire moments, knowing they're both surrounded, unlikely to survive, Link looks at Zelda as they're both sweating, crying, hoping that they'll survive. Both knowing what the royals have done, Link says to Zelda, "I'll never let them hurt you. I promise."